All right, another lazy review. This time it's for a little TV. Netflix, Luke Cage, Season 2. Pretty sure I have a review up on YouTube for Season 1 of Luke Cage. If not, to recap, I thought it was very meh. The first half with Cottonmouth was pretty cool, but once we got into the other dude, I kind of lost interest. It got a little too stupid for me. This season, it's kind of the reverse. It's good is pretty boring, especially like the first 6, 7, 8 episodes. So kind of like Iron Fist was. It's a very, very slow build, and some of the problems of I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that stuck out to me problem wise that I'll go into here in a second. But then once, like I said, episode 8 or 9 kicks in, it starts to get pretty good. Iron Fist actually shows up and is in a whole episode, which is pretty cool. But I don't know if it's worth it to watch, 4 good episodes for a show that's really longer than it should be. But like before, I like Luke Cage. I like the dude that plays Luke Cage. I like the character of Luke Cage. It's just the show around it is just such a mixed bag. It's hard to get into, and with the prospects of us not getting the Defenders anytime soon, I just don't know how many more seasons of this Luke Cage show I can watch. But let's get into the negatives first. Whereas the music in the first one I really liked, and it kind of felt like its own character. This time, it felt like we were constantly cutting to scenes of musicians and songs that was playing really loud and kind of overpowering everything. And it became annoying this season. The music was just really annoying. Sure, there was a few songs that was kind of cool, but it was just, if we cut all the music out, we probably could have cut 3 episodes out of this dang show. Some of the dialogue and some of the characters in here, just people just don't talk like that. There was several scenes involving Luke Cage and Claire that I didn't like. Luke Cage and his father. It's just the dialogue was just not doing it for me this time. And then, I could tell that, it seems like to me this show, they get certain people for certain amount of time, and then they build the show around that. Instead of, I feel like it should be the other way around. We should build out a really good show and then, see who we can fit in there. Uh, like Claire's in this at the beginning, and then, they find an excuse for her to leave. And the same thing happens with other characters in the show too. So that gets annoying after a while. And then the action scenes, they don't seem as good as the first season. Like, I don't know if maybe I'm just used to them, but there's some pretty cool ones at the end. But in the beginning, those first 8 episodes, there ain't a lick of action that I can remember that was actually any good. So, I don't know. The new villain, Bushmaster, he was Jamaican, and man, it was hard to understand what he was saying. I had to turn on subtitles, and I ended up just leaving them on for the whole show because I could not understand what the crap he was saying half the time, him or his brethren. But he was an all right villain. Like, sometimes they would try and make him like be a good guy, I guess, after a while, and I didn't really ever feel like that because of some of the stuff he had done beforehand. So I never really, it was kind of like what they do for a lot of shows. They try and show you what, the bad guy's upbringing, try and make you feel for him. I never really felt for him, but and then Mariah Stokes, she has a pretty prominent villainy kind of role in this too, and she's good. So for the most part, there wasn't no really cheesy villain this time, not like the first season. Like I said, it got good towards the end. I really liked the episode with Iron Fist randomly because I didn't really like Iron Fist, so that was kind of weird. And I know that's the next show we're getting, so maybe the new Iron Fist will be better, but overall, I don't know, and I didn't really like the ending either. The last episode, a lot of stuff happens, and I don't know how I feel about it. But other than that, I just thought it was kind of okay. I didn't, wasn't blown away by it, but I didn't hate it either. It's nothing. It's nowhere near Daredevil season 1 and 2 or The Punisher. Those are kind of the top shows. I really like Jessica Jones season 1 as well, but those are the top tier shows. And then this kind of just, it's just more Luke Cage, Iron Fist kind of stuff where you're just kind of like, I don't know if we needed this. But it was okay. I can see why some people might really like it. For me, it was just okay. I'm going to give season 2 of Luke Cage a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe even a 3. I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, let's make it a 3. A 3 out of 5 for Luke Cage season 2. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.